I love the screenplay. I was sort of hooked right away, and it really brought me on a ride emotionally, and like all the competitions and the races, and it was so fun. And I instantly wanted to be a part of it, just because I feel like they don't make movies like this anymore. Just like these big stories that are just so fun to watch, and there's so many moments of victory and fun, and yeah, I fell in love with all the characters too. Well, I love that it's a movie, that uses sports as sort of a vessel to tell the story, but there's this an emotional undercurrent throughout the whole thing, and you become so attached to the stories and or the characters, and they're also such specific people, and you really fall in love with the protagonist, Joe Rance, and yeah, I just thought it's such a great story of hope. If you look at his background, you just think, how could he get through all these challenges and struggles that he's come up against, and he does, and he becomes such a strong character with such a strong will, and yeah, I can't believe it's true, but it is. So we first meet Joyce at University of Washington, and she's studying to become a teacher, but she explains that she's also sort of running away from her family and her home life, and because it's a very austere household that she's grown up in, and yeah, she's in a classroom, she's taking classes, and that's when she runs into Joe, and she's like, "Oh wait, I know you. I had a crush on you when I was a little girl." I mean, it's a sweet moment. I think Joe is rowing at the beginning just for, room and board, and he wants to make some money, and it's survival for him and a lot of the boys, considering their backgrounds, where they come from. But then they all become really passionate about it, and they become sort of this band of brothers in a way. I love playing Joyce. It's not often that you can be plunged into this love story that's really just beautiful and pure at its core. It's a very pure love story because they've loved each other since they were kids, and they're each other's one and only, and there's just so much fun to it, and it's such a good time. George is the best. I mean, he's so great. And he's so fun. He loves to have fun, and he shows up with so much energy every day. Like, even if he's tired, he'll just have a huge grin on his face. And I think that's so important because then it kind of allows for everybody else to sort of just feel at ease and just have a good time. And he's just a really good guy, and also he knows exactly what he's doing. And yeah, that energy he brings is really contagious. Callum's amazing. Callum is just a ray of sunshine. He's just such a good guy. And he's also really diligent. He's so diligent and such a leader. He's all the qualities that Joe has, and so I think maybe it's an easy transition, easy to step into the role. Callum's the best, though. He's just from day one. He's been so professional and so kind, and it radiates and it affects everybody in the room. It's all about teamwork. It's about these boys who all kind of come from nowhere, very little means, and they come together, and they accomplish something as a team. And I think, it's really important. It's an important message because I think it's telling you that, you can't bear your burdens alone, and that you need people to lean on in times of struggle. And it is a really difficult time in history, and also for these boys, and they're coming together and they're accomplishing something huge. And I don't think they think they're going to get that far, but they do, I think, through being able to lean on each other, and also like trust in the person in front of you and behind you in the boat. And they learn that throughout. It doesn't start that way. I just think it's absolutely stunning to watch. And it's in nature, and when the boys work as one, it's so graceful and it's so satisfying to watch. And so the rowing is incredible, but also the movie's not just about the rowing, it's about so much more than that as well.